Now back to Pam and Gary on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
7:52, 63 degrees. Good morning, Pam Cook and Gary Rivers. And now we're going to get a little health conscious for you right now. Do you sit on your butt all day at work? Is that straightforward enough?
That's straightforward enough, you bet. And a lot of people do it like us. But our boss has often said he wants us to do our radio show standing up. And maybe we should. Right now on our WHBC Newsline, we bring in Dr. James Pickney, or Dr. James as we call him. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
So should Gary and I be standing right now doing our show, do you think?
You actually should. Studies have shown that prolonged sitting longer than 3 hours a day increases your risk for type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even cancer.
Wow. Now, why does standing make a difference?
So standing actually increases venous return to the heart, so it helps the heart pump more efficiently. You're going to burn 50 more calories per hour than when sitting, and constant movement increases your metabolic rate.
Okay, so what other benefits does it have?
One of the studies that I read showed that actually when you sit for long periods of time, we increase our levels of CRP, C-reactive protein. This is a very important inflammatory molecule. And I'm actually a heart attack and stroke prevention specialist. And at my practice, Diamond Physicians, I'll measure high sensitivity CRP in my clients to assess their risk for heart attack and stroke. So standing can also lower your CRP levels.
Yeah, but how do you do that? If your job is on the computer for, say, really, for most people, many people, it's 7-8 hours a day. You're saying stand up and work that keyboard? That seems a little difficult.
Well, they actually have desks that are standing kiosks. So you can ask your boss to purchase one of these standing kiosks, and that will help dramatically. Yeah, it is challenging, but people that don't have the opportunity to have a standing desk should definitely take breaks, get up, move, stretch. You can also take the stairs instead of the elevator.
I think that might be the next thing Starbucks comes out with, huh? Because everyone that I go, whenever I walk over into one of those, they're all sitting down on their little keyboards or their little iPads or whatever.
That's very true.
Well, I think one of the other things is when you are standing, sometimes do you think you use more energy standing up? You maybe burn calories, that kind of thing when you're standing up doing things?
You do. You actually burn 50 more calories an hour than when sitting. I also read a study in 2012 that found that if the average American reduced his or her sitting time to just 3 hours per day, life expectancy would climb by 2 years. So you can actually add additional years on your life if you stand more often.
All right, now if you put a running track underneath your feet while you're standing there, does that help even more, or is that just too much?
Absolutely, that's even better. I do recommend at least 22 minutes of exercise daily to increase or decrease your risk for cardiovascular disease.
Americans aren't getting that much exercise, are we? I mean, we talk about exercise. It's everything you see on TV, but we still haven't gotten the message, have we?
No, we really haven't. And that 22 minutes can be broken up. You can do 12 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. So interval training is the best. That means a varied heart rate. So if you're walking, jogging, or running, I want you to do those things in succession. So walk a little bit, jog, run, then walk. If you're riding the stationary bike, do some sprints on the bike, pedal a little bit slower, and so on and so forth to get a varied heart rate. We call that interval training. It's the best bang for your buck when it comes to fitness and cardiovascular protection.
All right, well, I think Gary and I are about to stand up, and we'll be standing up till 9 o'clock when we're done on the radio.
We're lying to you.
I'm standing right now.
Oh, good
you
for you.
probably are. Thank you.
All right, Dr. James, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you so much.
Broadcasting live from downtown Canton, Ohio since 1925. You're listening to WHBC AM Canton, a Digity property. We live here too. News Talk 1480, WHBC.